Though it hasn't undergone any major updates for a long time, the LaCrosse has been a very popular car for Buick, so it seems fitting that for 2017 you have this all-new version that actually looks pretty dang good, at least from the rear quarter panel here. A nice swooping design that gives it air of elegance and some sportiness too that makes it look a lot better. The 2017 model is GM's Epsilon 2 platform. It's a front drive based architecture. All-wheel drive is optional. Has a 3.6 liter V6 with around 300 horsepower, 270 pound-feet of torque or so, and it has some nice sophisticated suspension options in it as well. It is slightly larger than the previous model, but also lighter. It also falls under GM's recent updates of actually lightening the newer cars that come out in an effort to make them more fun to drive, more fuel efficient. Lighter is just better all around, and this one should follow down that path. But let's take a look inside to see what's new. The 2017 LaCrosse makes a pretty positive first impression for a vehicle of this price point. We're imagining around $30,000. Your instrument cluster is pretty much digital only. Let's see if we can fire that back up. You have a digital instrument cluster here. There's analog gauge on the outside, but a large screen here. And if the stuff that Cadillac has done has been any indication, it should be multi-configurable as well. With, for example, we see navigation right in the center. I'm sure you can swap that out with a bunch of different other things as well. Now, the entertainment system is a touchscreen interface similar to what we've seen in other GM products, and it's responding pretty quick right here, but of course we'd like to spend a lot more time with it before we make any concrete statements about how well or not well it works. Heated and cooled seats, which is very nice, and dual zone climate control. There's a sport button in your Buick LaCrosse, which is always a welcome thing. This large plastic panel leaves somewhat to be desired, but otherwise the materials look pretty much nice, pretty much what you'd expect from a well-optioned Buick. Nice leathers and so on, and also a large panoramic sunroof. In the storage and cubby hole, you have 2 USB ports and one 12-volt power plug right in the center here. Decent storage options. The general gesture of this interior, though, makes it feel sort of like a modern elegance, which is pretty nice, especially when you consider some of the Buick design motifs that are going here. It feels newer, it feels more futuristic, especially this flowing center area. You actually have a storage compartment right here for wallets and purses or smartphones and whatnot down here with an additional power port right there as well. Let's take a look in the back seat. It's a somewhat longer car, and that benefits the back seat passengers because they get lots of legroom, which is great. Headroom is pretty good too as well. Rear vents for the passengers, always good in the center console, and then 2 power outlets as well, 12 volt and a 3-prong power plug too. Very helpful. And also, because we're at the auto show, here's a box of Tic Tacs. That's the 2017 Buick LaCrosse. To find out more, be sure to visit Edmunds.com.